What's up? Yeah. Hi guys. Welcome back to our podcast channel. Childhood days, same color, same street. Neighbors and best friends, hearts in sync with me. Like twins, we laughed, the world fell.
You are listening to the Rosy Blue Room.
This is our fifth video together.
I don't know.
Lost the count. Yeah.
Literally.
Some number of video together. Be happy for us, guys. And as you guys know, we think we have a lot of knowledge of the world. I'm okay, sorry. Right. So we think
We are adult enough to give adult advice. So here we are giving advice on being adults, which we think we are. And we would love to call ourselves our own therapist, which is very arrogant, you might think. But it is what it is. And I think we can share something which we realized while growing up. Disclaimer, we are not your therapist, so don't consider this as a therapy session. But yeah, we thought we would have something to contribute and let people know. So yeah, here we are being arrogant therapist. We by the way, we have studied psychology for our 11th and 12th. So yeah, that can be considered as.
and my father has like proper license, so I don't know if that counts. But no, and coming back to the topic, so like you know, many a times people that love you a lot can be your therapists, being like if you're close to your parents or like friends with whom
Parents
you're
like parents.
with whom you're like very comfortable, so like parents or like friends, if you're very comfortable with them and you can share everything, because like
Some
even if
people are close to their grandparents. So yeah.
I don't and many a times, even if you like go to therapists, many people are not that physically comfortable to share their stories with totally unknown person, so we just first go to friends and sometimes they give us good advices. So for us, we think we are good to each other as giving psychological advices. Sometimes it turns up not the way it's supposed to turn out, because obviously when it's family and friends, they don't have the power dynamic to impact that much on you. But those people really know you too much, so that they can obviously give good advices, considering they have known you for the whole life or like most of your life. So
Yeah, once again, we are not saying we are therapist, okay, and we are not saying whatever we are gonna say in this video is the
official advice, and
yeah,
you should take it.
and you should take it. We just letting you know that maybe whatever we're gonna say, maybe it will help you in some kind or other way. But if you really need a therapy or a psychological help or consultation, just go and take it. It's really good. People need it, because when you need mental health support, it's only when you are getting crazy, which is not. So yeah, just if you are really depressed or stressed, or you do have anxiety, you think like that, then just go and have a therapy session with a psychiatrist. It will help. Yeah.
But this is a friendly therapy session. PS, we are not therapists. So let's start.
Yeah.
So the first one goes, things we keep telling ourselves. So let's take myself as an example. I don't know where should I start. But even at my lowest points, I keep telling myself that you are the only person that should ever support you, and you have to love yourself enough so that other people love you. in any perspective, just worth, like, make yourself worth something, respect yourself, love yourself, and take pride in whatever good things you have ever achieved, even if those might be the smallest things, and even if you're not doing anything great right now in life, just respect your old self and all the achievements you might have had before reaching this stage where you are in a mirage that you don't understand where your life is going right now. So even at my lowest, even when I'm feeling so miserable, I tell myself that, literally, what is that? What is it? Shivadarshani, believe yourself.
Yeah.
Literally. Okay.
That's our motto. Okay.
Yes.
We say that to each other very constantly.
Yes.
We go like, Devika, believe in yourself. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, I can totally understand this, because we, our generation and generation ahead now, okay, we are going through this phase where there is like constant competition and constant stress, and people are like trying to, everybody wants to become something big. It's like, I want to do something which is very good and ambitious, but there is a point in your life where you maybe realize that it's okay to be mediocre, it's okay to be happy in the moment and be happy with whatever you have achieved, because constant competition and the thought of constant competition can also ruin your life. You need to see that competition should be considered a part of your life when it's healthy. Basically, you should be always in a healthy competition with yourself, first of all, not with others. And if that competition and the sense of competition is getting a toll on your head, and you are like, no, this constant feeling of, oh, I can't do this and I can't achieve this and I can't succeed, if that is the constant thought in your mind, then I think you can step back and think about the achievement you have got till then. Stop, take a breath, and if you feel like you can start again, then start again. Or you can be satisfied at that moment and realize that, okay, this was the last stage where, till where I can achieve, and I'm satisfied with my achievement. It's all on you.
Right. So two things come to my mind. First one is that I went to this trek one time, and while returning from the trek, there was this one girl. She said that she wants to achieve something. I know what she wanted to achieve, but I don't want to tell personal details of any person. So I'm saying she wanted to achieve greater things, and she was clearly on the way to that. But she said that she's not happy. She's not truly happy. She'll be happy when she achieves it. And life is not happy. And she'll truly be happy when she achieves it. And I tried to tell her that day that I totally understand that you have a goal. Everybody has a goal. Everybody has a dream. I have mine. She has hers. But if the process can't make you happy, if the process constantly makes you feel pressured, that is what she literally said right now. So this is an example of how it should not be. Right. If it's constantly pressuring you, and if you think that only truly if that thing is gonna make you happy, it's true. But then if it's consuming too much of your mental health, then maybe that might not be the correct way, or that might not be the correct dream to be pursued. It should never completely take over your entire thoughts that go through your brain for 24 by 7. It should not be like that. There's a life. You're always supposed to have a life, even if you're on a way or on the journey to have a one particular dream. There's nothing called, if this is the mindset, then motivation is cool, motivation is great, but there's nothing called you will truly be happy when you reach there, because life doesn't work like that. Human nature is very greedy.
Because once you reach there, you will be like, okay, I have new goal. Now I have to obtain that. Then you you're constant, you will be constantly stuck in that vicious circle of, oh, I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that. Once you achieve the first thing, you will go like, okay, now I'll achieve the second thing, then I'll achieve the third thing, and then your life will end, literally. Because life is not that long, and you really don't know what's coming tomorrow. So if you're not living today, then you will regret it tomorrow, basically. So yeah.
Right. So I tried to tell her, but then I didn't because I don't wanna say anything negative to anybody. But that put this thought in my mind that am I becoming something like that? And that was the clear, what do you say? Notification? No, clear sign that clear sign.
We can start a new
Ding! Yeah, clear notification. Yes. So, clear sign that that is not how I want to achieve my dreams. Because human nature is always greedy and it's supposed to be. There's always supposed to be something that keeps you motivated every day. But this is how the mentality goes, then you'll never be truly happy. You'll never be truly happy. And you have no idea how short human lives are till the time somebody in your family or somebody very dear to you goes to hospital. Okay? And for the longer time, that is the time you realize how short life is actually. And so many people just say, when you go to hospital and you see these things that so many people say that, okay, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that, but then life is so short and I'm missing out all the time. No, it's not the reality. Okay, it's not the reality. You always have time. You just keep thinking, not now, later, not now, later. Yes, kal dekhenge. So the second thing that comes to my mind, even if this is our mentality and this is how we think, because everybody's thinking can be different till the time it's keeping you sane and not taking toll on your mental health. This is how we keep ourselves sane. Maybe somebody's point of view is always getting motivated, keeps themselves sane. So we are not talking for everybody. This is, we have figured out this is our way, that how we keep ourselves motivated and sane at the same time, even if on we are on the process of the dream, like on the journey, on the road, not reached to that place yet. So the second thing which I said as two things, the second thing is that, do you know this song from Zootopia? Is the song, yes, try everything. That is literally my life motto. Like, okay, even if I fall, I'm gonna stand up and do it again.
Yes.
Okay.
You should.
You should.
Basically.
Yes.
Learn from that bunny. She is the example of what should you do when you are at your lowest.
Yes.
She was literally at her lowest. There is a BTS or a cut down shot where she's like depressed because she's literally on parking duty, and she goes home and she is cooking food in microwave, and it's like carrot in a box, something like that, and when she opens it, there is a literally thin carrot in it, and she looks at it and she goes like, oh my god, this is more depressing, but still next day she goes to her packing duty. So yeah.
Whatever you're doing, you're always supposed to be happy.
Yeah.
Even if sadness is a state of mind temporarily, it can't become the whole energy of your whole temporary life. Even if life is so sad right now, you're always gonna get out of it as long as you're motivated, as long as you're ready to fall down and stand up again and not give up. But you have always to be happy and what do you say,
Content.
motivated, content, and realistic about being happy in future. That is the way you will not give up on yourself and love yourself enough so that everybody around you loves you. And if you can't do that right now, and if even your friends can't help you get through that, and even family, then maybe it's time to visit a therapist.
Yeah. If you don't have people around who understand you, and
Or maybe that is not helping you enough to get out of that mentally.
then go for a therapy.
Yes.
If you don't want, that is also not the reason. If you just want to go and take that as an experience, you want to see how it helps you, then also go, because it's helpful. People do that.
Yeah. They say that the song keeps us motivated So we watched this movie when we were pretty young, I guess, for the first time. Like we were teenagers, right? And that was the first thing we learned, to not give up as children. But since we are pretty much older than the time we watched the movie, I wonder, do we have things that we would want to tell our younger selves?
I would tell my younger self and me right now that don't cry. But crying helps sometimes. So, yeah, cry and then don't just sit there crying. Do something about it, which I will tell my younger self. But older self does that. So now I cry and then I go like, okay, we can solve this problem, and then I solve it in whatever way I can. Okay, so I would tell my younger self that cry, but don't sit there crying. Just get up and do something about it. Do it crying. Like, write your homework, study crying, do whatever it's needed to be done back then, but do it with your tears in your eyes and do it. Okay, just do it. It's fine. You're gonna be fine. Like when I was young, I was pretty scared that I'm gonna be a failure, and I was not that good in studies, and I had this constant thought of fear that I'm gonna fail my 10th, and it was like the biggest fear of my life back then as a child. But now, when I see young generation who is scared of like the 10th or the 12th, I just go to them and tell them, guys, chill. It's okay. This is not your final exams. Like it will feel like it's your final exam. This is it. After that, you are gonna never gonna give exams or something like that. It's not like that. You're gonna we are gonna we constantly learn in our life, right? That is our constant exams. But these are not that serious. Just whatever result it is, you have studied, you know that whatever marks you will get, you will be somewhere in your life. This is not the end. This is what I always tell people in 10th and 12th, and I can see the relief on their face that okay, someone elder is not just pressurizing me कि exam बहुत important है, ये पढ़ाई करो. But it doesn't mean you be like, okay, she told me chill, so just chill. You can do that. Okay, study in whatever capacities you have, whatever how much you study, how much time you can study. Don't overdo it, because if you overdo it, then again you're gonna be in stress, and then you will start forgetting whatever you have learned. So do it because you want to do it, and don't think about grades and marks. I am telling you, I have not exceptionally I do not have an exceptionally great mark sheet for 10th and 12th both years, but I completed my degree. I have good grades in my degree because the degree which I did was my choice.
When she said that, cry, but stand up and continue the life. You know, I learned this very hard way. So I was like 5 years old and I wanted this candy from a shop, and I was with my parents and I told them I want that candy. Okay. And I've seen this a lot. Every child does this. I took my chance. If you don't give me that candy, I'm gonna sit right here on the road and I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna come. You know what they did? They just left me there. Okay. Yeah, that is the that is the day I learned there's nothing like keep waiting and keep crying till the time somebody comes and helps you. You are the one. Nobody is gonna help you, and that is how it is supposed to be in life. And I'm happy that I learned that very early, because otherwise you would always depend and wait for somebody till the time they get you out of the mess, and keep waiting for somebody. And it's great if you have many people to get you out of whatever situation you are, but what if one day there's nobody? What if one day there's nobody to get you out of the mess you have created? And then what do you do? So it's better to learn that very early in life. You know, while studying psychology, as I said, my father, psychology, relation, whatever. So while studying psychology, I believe it was like 11th standard psychology portion. And there was this line in some behavior section, okay, that they said that it is wrong. So there was this line called, you think that somebody will come and help you and you believe that thought and you wait for them. And I was telling my father, that's correct. What is wrong in that? He said, no, that is not the way how you're supposed to think. Okay. In psychology also, if that is the thinking, then it's clearly questionable. Okay, it's all right to be fragile and it's all right to have doubts about yourself, but to wait for somebody to get you out of that is totally wrong thinking. Okay, that is not how it is supposed to be. So I cried a lot, and I still cry a lot. People would even taunt me that, do you have water tankers in your eyes that you keep crying that much? So it's all right to cry. It's all right to cry, even if people are saying so many things that, why do you cry so much? Are you a cry baby? It doesn't matter, as long as you are relieved and you can get ahead of the situation, and the stress on your mind becomes less if you cry. That's a good thing. Keep crying. Even men, even, what is this, female gender and male gender. So like, even if male gender is crying and they're comfortable crying, then they should cry.
Let them cry.
Let them cry. Everybody has the right to cry.
I am proud of my male friends who cry, and they don't be that. They don't be like, oh, I am a man and I am a boy, or I am a male gender and I shouldn't cry. They don't do that. If they feel like crying, they cry, and I'm proud of them.
It's all right if you don't want to cry in public, even any gender.
Yeah.
If you, there are some people, I think there are some people, mostly male gender, male, like males, they're not comfortable crying in public and they go alone and cry. If that is comfortable, then whatever is comfortable, whatever.
Our point here is just cry if you feel like crying.
Yeah.
Regardless of gender.
Regardless of gender.
Yeah.
Regardless of gender. I'm very comfortable crying in
Me too.
wherever.
We love
so
it.
like, we literally just don't care. I mean, if I'm
extremely angry, even then also my tears are like flowing. And if you ask me, when I'm extremely angry, and if you ask me, are you crying? I would be like, no, I am angry. My anger is so bad right now that my eyes are tearing up. And it's not crying. I am literally that angry that my eyes start to tear up. And yeah, it's well, what I can.
So this is the second thing we are trying to say, that if you wanna cry, just cry out, let it out.
Yeah, as I said, I was not academically gifted, and I was a shy child. Okay, uh, I think I've told this previously. I was a shy child in school, and during that time, yeah, I was in another division. I was shifted into other division, and yeah, so the people in that division were not my friends. As such, there was a girl who used to live in my area and was used to travel with me in our school bus. So I knew her. So yeah, that that was it. She was only person whom I can consider as a friend in that division. And so yeah, my division was shifted, and it was a whole new experience for me. And unfortunately, there I made few friends who were not that good to me. And when they were not good to me, I was someone who was shy, so I wouldn't stand up to them, and I would get kind of bullied by them, because it was not like bullying, but it was in a way. And
I mean, bully is not always physical.
yeah,
Often at times.
yeah, verbal, right? So one day I decided I'll stand. So I had one more friend with me. She was also getting bullied in a way with that by that person, and she was more shy and more uh, introverty than me, because I was shy and introverted in school, but I was extrovert in my society and with my friends.
Truly comfortable.
Yeah. So with my family, my sisters, cousins, everyone. So yeah, in school I was shy though. So yeah, the person used to bully me and kind of bully me and my other friend. Like now we are besties though, and still are. Uh, Not the bully, the girl with me. Okay.
Other shy kid.
Yeah, the other shy kid with me. Okay. So yeah, so one day I decided enough is enough. I'm gonna stand up for myself. So I went to the person and told that person, yeah, enough is enough. Basically, I'm not gonna take any of your torture anymore because it was kind of torture for me back then. And I'm gonna stand for myself. That was my decision that day. And the person was very, I'll say, smarter than me back then. So the person said, "Okay, if you have problem with me, just leave. Don't sit with us." And the shy friend, my shy friend, she was also not that confident to stand up with me and say, "Okay, I'm going with her." So I was left alone. And I was in that situation. I realized, okay, if I say no, I'm not going, then it will be like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and again I'm gonna be stuck in this cycle and I have to break this cycle. So I said, yes, okay, then if you don't want me here, I'm going away. And I literally took my bag, took my belongings, went and sat on the last bench where nobody used to sit back then. And I think it was for a month or two I was left alone. I used to sit there, read lectures, whatever was going on, eat my food alone. Okay. There were few girls who used to sit a bench ahead, so they used to talk with me. So I used to talk with them because, like, yeah, whatever, I have no issues. And the shy close friend, as I said, she's my best friend right now. She used to meet me in the washroom and she would tell me everything. So she was there with me, but she was scared. So she was like, yeah, I don't blame her. Back then you are not that mentally strong to stand against someone who has a little more brain than you. So yeah, but yeah, I learned that day that if you're left alone, it doesn't mean you can't survive. If you want to, you can survive. And from that day, I have learned that I have zero dependency on anyone. I can do my things. If I want to do, I will do it. If I'm left alone, I can survive. I have watched a movie in a theater alone because I just wanted to. So yeah, okay, it's not that hard. If you think, okay, I'm left alone, how I'm gonna do this alone, it's not that hard. Then that at the age of 10, I guess,
You went to
fourth
movie alone. Oh,
fourth
wow.
standard,
Fourth
fourth
standard.
standard.
Yeah, 10, 11.
Yeah,
Very young.
I sat in a class full of 10, 11-year-old kids alone at the back on a bench where nobody used to sit with me. So it's fine to be alone, and if a 10-year-old me can do it, so can you.
And for very few people like me back then, I used to think like that. That what is so big about it? I can do it. It's not a big deal. But then living with her, I've realized that when there's a huge power imbalance of somebody extroverted and more um, visually seen by people, like kind of social butterfly, it's very different to go against them. It's very different. It takes a lot of courage because you are already not seen by many people, and there's always this thing that not everybody wants to be that. Not everybody wants to sit alone. Everybody, a lot of people crave friendship and attention and genuine connections and want to be seen by people. For some people it will be like, okay, that's so great, that okay, what is a big deal? But then, especially as children, when we don't have a lot knowledge of the world, you don't want to be the one who is kicked out of the group and sit alone in a corner when everybody is eyeing you and talking about you the whole time. That, okay, look at that crybaby or something like that. I'm choosing the nicest words right now. But then it's very difficult. I did the same thing, but I As I said in the last episode, I am not person who can ever be bullied. Everywhere I go, I'm just so big in my head myself that I literally don't care. But not everybody is like that, especially as children, and it's very difficult. And for some people, it's not just about being when it's not just about when they're children. Many people go through this. I don't know, not exactly classism thing, it's called groupism, right? So not exactly the groupism thing. Even in college, even if everywhere, you just want to fit in. So many people do things that they don't want to do. I think we said this in some episode of ours. I think what they don't teach you at school, I guess.
Adulting is a scam.
Yes. Oh, adulting is a scam, in that episode, I guess. So going against groupism, it's very hard. Even in these times, some days that some people just go for the best one I have right now is smoking. So many a people don't actually like smoking, but in the beginning, okay, and they just want to fit in the group, and they just conform to the norms that okay, maybe if I conform to those norms, and maybe if I do that, then they'll see me as their
Buddy.
buddy, and then what is that called, equal of themselves, and then I'll be in a group, and then I don't have to stand against the group. But the day you start pleasing people, there's no way going back. You can't go back. It takes really a lot of mental strength to go against that, so it's better to not start. And if 10-year-old child can do it, so can you anytime in wherever you are. And if this is the reason you might need guidance from properly trained psychiatrists or psychological advisors, then maybe you can visit them and ask for suggestions and calm yourself and take therapy, and you can clearly go against any groupism if it's happening with you, and you can do it.
Yeah. And I always say that I can count my close friends on my fingers.
Me too.
So uh, that's my life motto. I'm not saying you have to follow it, but my life motto is that you should have only that much close friends whom you can count on your fingers. Cause
Like
those
close
close friends, like you can tell them everything while are friends. Okay.
or most of the things.
Yeah, like
In the way
in
they
the
don't
in the
judge you, and
yeah.
you know that for sure. Like
Yeah.
there shouldn't be a thought that okay, what if I tell this to we had okay, so
Cause I have seen people with many friends. Okay, like they have many friends, but if you ask them, call your friend right now, cause you need that friend right now to come at your place or whatever problem you are in, or you are happy, you want to share your happiness, and you want them to come to you to celebrate, and they don't have those people. They're like, no, that person is busy, that person is busy, but I have those friends whom I can call, and they'll be like, okay, maybe I'm not able to come to you right now, but I will video call you in a half an hour, or I'll call you in an hour. We will schedule the meeting and we will do that, cause that's I know them, and I know that if I tell them I want to meet them, they will take time from their schedule and will come to meet me. And that's why I say that I have friends whom I can trust and rely on, and I can count them on my fingers, basically.
this is where we are going towards end of the episode, end of the podcast. But one thing that comes to my mind, that I used to have this one friend particularly, that before telling her things, I would question myself that if I tell this to her, will she judge me? Will she have thoughts? No. Yes. Yes. So, will she have thoughts about me? And should I tell her this? If these things, if you're just generally paranoid for a particular time or particular period of your life, that you're going through something and you are thinking, okay, what if I tell this to somebody and what if they judge me? No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. That blah, blah. I'm not talking about that situation. I would constantly have thoughts that okay, if I tell this to her, she's gonna judge me. If I tell this to her, will she ever backbite me if I tell this to her? Will she tell other people? I had this friend. And you know what? After I've cut out her from my life, I am more happier. I've lost one friend, one less person in my life. I should be sad. I cried like hell. Okay, I cried like. And you can't imagine how much happier I became after cutting off that friend from my life, because I used to think I would be so sad, and it's sad, it is sad. But the friendship was becoming toxic for me. Can you imagine? Just pure friendship was becoming toxic for me, that I would have constant thoughts about, okay, why did she do that to me? Am I doing bad to her? Did I do something to offend her? Why is she doing that to me? Why is she not talking to me? Why is she like being sarcastic? Why doesn't she respect me? Why does she keep backbiting on me? I would have so many thoughts like that, and finally I thought one fine day, okay, maybe it's time to, yes, cut off that friend from my life, and I did that, and very happy to do that. One less person. It's supposed to be a sad story. It's supposed to be sad, but actually I'm more happier. It's always better to have positive people around you for yourself. Maybe it's a thing that we were not good for each other. Our thinking was not. I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm just saying maybe we are not comfortable with each other because our thinkings and everything is just so different. That different that there comes a line where respecting each other becomes hard. And if that is the scenario, then maybe
You shouldn't stretch it. You just have to end those things.
You just have to end those things. Maybe that person is happier
Right now.
now, more happier in life because of this one toxic friendship is cut. So am I. So am I. It's not that it's wrong person. It's the
Sometime wrong time, wrong relation.
just for you.
Two different people with two different personalities. So yeah.
Lot of things, right? And I think that was like one of the good decisions I've taken, very happy. So if something like that is happening to you, you might take a bigger
Step back.
step back. Is there a bigger step back?
No, just take a step back.
You just take a step back and prioritize yourself and your mental health, and all the well wishers you have will always prioritize your mental health and happiness over anything. If there's anything other than these emotions, then it might be questionable. And on that note, we are ending this self proclaimed.
Yeah, I'm saying once again. Okay, we are not therapists. Whatever we have told in this video
It's just
is
comes
our
from
point of view. This is how we have managed and got through problems. Okay, and also just because we have sorted out so many things in our life and problems in our own way, or anything which we can help each other through, it doesn't mean we don't get sad or depressed, or we don't have our setbacks. We have our setbacks. We help out each other by giving each other advices, supporting each other, or not even that. We just be with each other. Okay, we
At
sit
times you
there.
just need
If someone, one of us is crying, the other will just sit there and be shant. Okay,
Listen.
you just sit there and listen. Okay, you wait for the person to calm down, and if you have anything to give, then give a suggestion to them, or just be with your friend. If your friend is saying she is feeling depressed and very stressed, and she or he starts to cry next to you, just don't make fun of them. Okay, I've seen people doing that, and
Make fun of them if you're that comfortable. If you're not, just don't do
make
it.
fun of them in a way that
Oh,
will
why you
hurt
crying
them.
why you crying on such a petty
Yeah,
thing? No.
don't do that. If you're
No.
making fun of them, if you are, don't make, you can crack a joke to make them feel comfortable. Don't make fun of them, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can say if
You
you're
can-
comfortable, you look
Yeah.
ugly when you cry.
Yeah, that is all fine. that is just fun
Yes.
part of it. If you're that
Yes.
close, the other person will understand you're trying to make some humor. Okay, but don't be that friend who is like a douche who goes like, okay, why are you crying? That's not even a big deal. If you can't contribute positivity in such situation, just
Don't
shut
say
up.
anything.
Better thing, don't sit there. Go.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Let that person sit there and cry alone. That would be much better than your presence. So yeah.
Right.
But if you're that good friend who knows how to support, then just sit with that person. Maybe comfort them by giving them food, water, juice, whatever they like. Okay. Maybe that will make them happy and cheer up a bit. Yeah. So in conclusion, our point here is go to therapy if you need it, and always think positive. Try to think positive, and there is always solution to problems. This is what I tell myself. So yeah.
And on that note, we are ending this podcast. Stay tuned for more like this and not like this. By the way, officially, we have named our podcast. It's called Nothing and Everything by the Rosy Blue Room. So, our podcast's name is Nothing and Everything, as it literally contains nothing and everything at the same time. On that note, we will see you on the next one. Bye.